So in my first Easy Suggestion Pattern, ESP video, we did an experiment with the ESP cards, the standard 5 circle, square, plus sign, star and wavy lines. And I showed you how to force the star. Now, this is something that I do in my close-up performances. This is something that I also use in keynote speeches. Today I want to give you a different performance application of the Easy Suggestion Pattern. We're going to look at suggesting a different shape, how you can do that. Also, before I show you that simple suggestion pattern, I want to show you something that I use that not everybody's going to enjoy this, not everyone's going to get on with this. It's kind of an oddball thing and it doesn't always work, so that's going to put a lot of people off straight away. However, it doesn't matter that it doesn't work. Let me show you what I mean. We're going to start by saying we've got these 5 different shapes, these ESP symbols. What I'd like you to do is to mix these up, mix up these shapes for me, and keep them face down so there's no way I can see the bottom of these cards as it. So just mix them up, and there's no way I know what's on the bottom of that card, is there? Sometimes people will look at my shoes to see if they're shiny, you know. You'll have them cut the cards if they want. There's no way I could know what that bottom card is there? There's absolutely no way. Except if I reached over and lifted them up and looked at the bottom of them and put them down, then obviously I'd be able to tell you the one on the bottom is a star. But of course there's no way I can do that, is there? Have a look at the bottom card. Now if it is the star, they're going to freak out. You mind looking at the bottom card and putting it back in their hand, and my goodness, the bottom one is the star, and you couldn't have read the markings on the back of the card because it's the bottom card. Now if it isn't the star, and it's a circle or any of the other shapes, you've just said to them, there's absolutely nowhere, unless I look at the cards, there's absolutely no way I can tell you that it's a star. Look at the bottom, it's a circle. See, it doesn't work like that. However, I can use my mind control powers to suggest that you think of a certain shape, and literally just think of a certain shape. If I want you just to think of this shape. Okay, so here's the thing that you're doing. You're holding 3 fingers pointing outwards. The little finger is slightly bent in here and the thumb is pointing upwards. I have 3 fingers here and I wave them like this. So I could use my mind control powers to make you think of a shape. And I'm boxing this shape off here. Think of the shape. I even say think of the shape. So I could use my mind control powers to make you think of the shape. So if you just think of the shape, now for me, in fact, go through and find that shape. You know that you've suggested the idea of the wavy lines. Now, of course, you can use this in whatever fact. You can preface your standard ESP trick so that if you don't hit with this, it doesn't matter because you just carry on and you do your standard ESP effect. Again, this is just another thing that you can add, that you can build into your standard routines. You will start to notice when you hit with these kind of suggestions, when you make it so that the other person is going to say yes, that's the one. And it's a star, yeah, amazing, wow, that is amazing. Now obviously that wasn't, you know, my mind control powers, mind control making you think of that. That was probably just a coincidence, or so you think. So if I just get you to think of, you know, that shape, just think of that shape now for me and find, you know, that one that comes to mind now and find it. So that's how you would do it if it was the star. Obviously you're going to milk it if you say it's the star and it is the star. Of course, if your ESP cards are marked, you can see what the top one is, so you know it's not that one, so you know it's one of the other 4. So you have a 1 in 4 chance of, there's no way I could tell you that's the plus sign, of being right. You have a 1 in 4 chance of that working anyway. But if it doesn't matter because you are telling the person that there's no way you could do that. But with your mind control powers, you're drawing the wavy lines very overtly with 3 fingers. There are 3 wavy lines. These 2 are not the same as, these are in different directions. You are marking the wavy lines out. And when you get good at marking certain things out and getting people to think of certain shapes, you'll start to see and you'll start to know beforehand that you've got them to think of the wavy lines, so much so that you'll be confident enough to hold up one of the shapes and say which is the one you're thinking of, and of course they name the wavy lines, and you turn it round. Have a look at the other easy suggestion pattern ESP suggestion of the star. Start working these together and let me know how you get on.